Joe Biden has won the 2020 presidential election. Let's discuss the details and what this means for stimulus. Guys, my name's Andrew. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Don't forget to subscribe for daily updates on stimulus and news. Okay, I just searched on Google election results, and you'll see on your screen the first two things that come up is 11 minutes ago, USA Today announced Joe Biden wins Pennsylvania and the presidency. CNN just below 21 minutes ago, election results live. Joe Biden wins presidency. So what is going on? Because you're going to see other news stations that say he hasn't won yet and that the election is still ongoing. Now, first of all, do you agree that Biden has actually won, or do we have to wait for the recounts, and do we have to wait for the legal battles to go through? Now, some people think Biden has won, and that is it. Some people are saying, nope, there's been fraud, there's recounts that need to be done, and a lot of these states were won by less than 1%, which means there will be recounts. This is going to happen, and there will be lawsuits. Let's discuss the details in this video. Okay. So Biden recently won Pennsylvania. It's been announced that he won, but he won by less than 1%. So there will be recounts. At the same time, Trump is also challenging that there has been voter fraud in multiple states. So this will be ongoing. But as of now, Biden has been announced the winner by USA Today, by CNN, by the Associated Press. I think the only major news station that has not announced Biden yet is Fox News, so it will be interesting to see what Fox News does. Now, what does this mean going forward, and what does this mean for stimulus? Well, first of all, the recounts will take at least 3 weeks to occur, and we will have recounts in Wisconsin, in Pennsylvania, and Georgia. We may also have recounts in Arizona and Nevada, but we'll have to wait and see. But we're going to have recounts in at least 3 states. Now, those 3 states, if they did flip from the recount, would give the election to Trump. So we'll have to wait and see for 1,000% certainty. Now, from the history of recounts, there's never been a recount that has made a significant difference in the results and actually flipped the election. But you never know, guys. It's 2020 and anything is possible. Literally, I wouldn't be surprised if a recount flipped the election. Now, that being said, there also are lawsuits occurring. Now, so far, there is no proof of voter fraud, but that does not mean that there has not been voter fraud. Do you think there's been voter fraud? Let me know in the comments below. Basically, if you're voting for Trump, you believe Trump. If you're voting for Biden, you believe that there has not been voter fraud. Personally, I'm staying out of that. If there is voter fraud, it will be proven, and if there is voter fraud, I would like it to be proven. That's where I'm going to leave that. Now, beyond the lawsuits and beyond the recounts, if Biden does go on to win, will Trump concede? Well, obviously, eventually, he would have to concede. But how far is he going to drag these lawsuits? Because lawsuits can take months or even years, guys. So are we going to see Biden enter the White House in January? Or is Trump going to elongate this and stay in longer than he should? Let me know in the comments below if you think that'll happen. I know that sounds crazy, but we're dealing with Trump here. So, I mean, nothing is out of the norm for him. He could challenge this for months, okay? And you might think he should challenge this. I'm not saying he shouldn't. You might think he should, and some people think he should. Now, what does this mean for stimulus, okay? Now, we're going to operate on this video under the pretense that Biden did win, because that's what's been announced. Now, if Biden wins, what will he do with stimulus? Now, first of all, when you go to Joe Biden's website, the first thing you see is more fundraising. And why is he still fundraising when he already won the election? Well, he is raising money for the lawsuits. He wants more money to help defend his presidency. See, I'm on Joe Biden's website. The first thing you see is a pop-up that says, "We will win, but only if we protect the election." Joe Biden will be the next president, but President Trump has threatened to go to court to prevent the proper tabulation of votes. Now, obviously, I'm not going to donate here. I'm just going to exit out. But if I go to Biden's website, he has an overview of his plan for stimulus. This is what he said he will do if he wins the election, which apparently he just did minutes ago. So first and foremost, Biden says he will invest money in tracking, tracing, and providing a free vaccine to crush the pandemic. That is his #1 priority, and he will pass that immediately according to him. We'll see if it happens. Do you believe him? Let me know in the comments below if you believe Biden. Now, secondly, he will implement a task force, which is basically a group of people that make sure that this money is being spent responsibly and being spent how he says it will be, basically creating transparency for the people's tax money. Now, beyond that, he will create funding for businesses who have not been able to keep their employees employed. This is basically an extension of the PPP, the Paycheck Protection Program. He would also provide more grants for businesses to stay afloat. These are forgivable loans to help them pay their employees and help them pay their rents. On top of that, he wants to, this is very controversial, he wants to raise taxes on big corporations in order to use that tax money to then fund these things. Now, do you agree with raising taxes on corporations? Let me know in the comments below. Thirdly, he will approve a larger stimulus package that sends another stimulus check of $1,200 per person. He does not say how much would go to dependents, but it would be at least $500, and some believe he wants to send $1,000 to $1,200 per dependent as well. He also wants to include an unemployment boost. He hasn't said exactly how much, but he has supported the Democrats' $600 weekly boost, so it would most likely be $600. Of course, Mitch McConnell would have to approve that, and Mitch has been very firm at $400 per week. There's a couple of other things that Biden has added to his stimulus package besides just the unemployment boost and the stimulus check. He also wants to forgive a $10,000 loan for student loans. Do you have student loans? Let me know in the comments below. This would help a lot of people greatly. Tens of millions of people have student loans, and this would allow for a $10,000 forgiveness per person for each student loan you have. Not for each, for your student loans, so $10,000 per person. Now, on top of that, he wants to help people that are on Social Security. He wants to increase Social Security payments by $200 per month. Now, if you're on Social Security, this would help greatly as you are already on a fixed income, so that is good news for those people. On top of that, he wants to provide emergency sick leave for people who get diagnosed with COVID. This is basically an extension of paid time off for sick leave. A lot of companies are already doing that, but this would require companies to do that, not only for companies, but also for gig workers like Uber drivers and Grubhub drivers. They would be provided this paid sick leave. On top of that, he also, like I said earlier, he wants to provide free testing and free vaccine for the pandemic. And he also wants to include a lot of money for state and local governments. So this is Biden's plan. Now, will he be able to approve this plan? A lot of that depends on the Senate. So this November, we not only voted for the president, but we also voted for the Senate, and Democrats are close to overtaking the Senate. Now, it is very close. It is currently about a 50-50 split. If it ends up at a 50-50 split, Kamala Harris, the vice president, would be the tiebreaker, meaning that Democrats would basically have completed their so-called blue wave and taken control of the House, the Senate, and the White House. Again, there will be recounts, there will be lawsuits. I know half of you do not like Biden, half of you voted for Trump, so we'll have to wait and see. We won't have a 100% confirmation of Biden being president until probably late November, early December when the recounts are completed. But Biden will most likely go on TV in the next hour or two and announce that he's won. So as of now, that is what's happening, but this will be hard fought. This will most likely be an unprecedented level of scrutiny as far as who won the election and lawsuits and recounts. So guys, we will have daily updates. This is not over. I mean, 99% Biden has won, but Trump is still fighting it. So we will have updates daily. Please subscribe for more updates. And guys, if you made it this far into my video, I want to say thank you for supporting my channel. It really means the world to me, and I really do appreciate every single view. My thoughts truly do go out to each and every one of you during this hardship. I know a lot of us have been unemployed, a lot of us have been underemployed, and we've never needed this help. I've seen a lot of comments from people who have paid taxes their entire life and never needed any kind of financial assistance, but because of this crisis, they need the help and they deserve the help. And just know that you will get through this and you will be in a better place. Stay strong out there and keep taking steps towards a better tomorrow. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.